Hello and welcome back to another episode of Media on Media. I am with my co-host, and today we're going to be talking about Nintendo Land. So, back in November 2012, Nintendo made the Wii U, and I don't think it was actually November 18th, but in 2012, Nintendo released the Wii U, and with the Wii U came Nintendo Land. Nintendo Land was a game that was kind of like Wii Sports in the way that it had all these different attractions that people could go on, and each one would be different. Some were single player, some were multiplayer, some were more competitive than others, or some were a team up where you'd all team up to do one thing. So let's just go over some. My three favorites are Mario Chase, Legend of Zelda, what was that? Battle Quest, yeah, and then Luigi's Ghost Mansion. What are your favorites, Keon?
I don't know why, but younger me just couldn't stop playing the Pikmin one.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
The Pikmin one wasn't actually that bad. I used to play it. I really was into the Legend of Zelda one, which makes no sense because I do not like Legend of Zelda at all. I think Breath of the Wild's mid. I think all the Legend of Zelda games are mid. But the Nintendo Land's like, oh yeah, that's a good one. That's not even a full Legend of Zelda game, and I like that one more than all the others. That doesn't make sense. But Pikmin Adventure, from what I remember, actually, Pikmin Adventure was, like, I think had, like, the most bosses out of, like, all the games. Like, second or, like, the most, or, like, it was the second to most. Let me look. I can't find it, but I know that one had, like, a lot of bosses. I think, like, Legend of Zelda did, too. Pikmin and Legend of Zelda had, like, the most bosses, like, out of all the other games. Any other ones you liked?
There's one I haven't played this in a while, so I don't know the name of it. But there was one, and there was one I played other than that.
Describe it, because I have like a list of them, little attractions, so I'll probably be able to list it off for you.
You were in this thing balloon, and you had to go past spikes or something.
Oh yeah, that was Balloon Trip Breeze. I remember that. I beat that. I was so excited when I did too.
I did.
It wasn't the hardest thing to beat, but yeah, you did have to have a little bit of patience. I think you had to like blow on like the gamepad for like your balloon to go up, and then you'd be safe. I'm pretty sure that was based on Balloon Battle, which was released for the NES. But yeah, that's definitely a cool little thing they had. But anything else? Is that all you really played, or no?
There are some, but I don't remember good enough to really describe them.
I played like I played like every single one like at least once. You know, I played Ninja Castle once. I played Octopus Dance. Octopus Dance was hard as shit. That one was hard. I was never good at that one. You'd have to like move like the joysticks like in a certain way, so that way you could like dance. So, like if they put like both their arms up in the air, you would have to like put your joysticks up and your arms would go up in the air. It was basically like a dumbed down rhythm game, and it was not that bad, but it was pretty hard. Mario Chase was also pretty good. Basically, I think it was like a four-player game. 3 people were Toads and 1 person was Mario. Mario's job was to run around a map selective. I think there was like 3 you could go with. And Mario's job is to run around preventing the Toads from catching him. The Toads' job is obviously to catch Mario and tackle him to the ground, and if they do that in a certain time frame, they win. If they don't, Mario wins. Have you ever played Mario Chase or no?
I played that once.
Was it fun?
I'll be honest, I probably don't remember, but I played it.
Okay, so with all that though, we do gotta understand that there were also a protagonist and an antagonist to the game, which doesn't make any sense, but yeah, that does exist. So it's not really a protagonist, but there is an antagonist. So we got Monita. Monita is I think it said from what I looked at, it said it was Latin for like helper of some short. Hey, just a little after episode kind of thing. I looked it up just to be sure, and turns out Monita actually means instructions, which makes sense because Monita in the game is a helper to the player and shows them all around the park like what each attraction is. Also shows them like, oh hey, this is what that does, So not only like the games, but like also like this button does that, this other button does this. And then we got the very creative Dark Monita. Dark Monita is like Monita, but bad and evil, hence the dark. So the main antagonists, and they appear in Pikmin Adventure and Metroid Blast. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Do you ever remember like coming across Dark Monita or no? Because you did say you played with Pikmin, so you played that, so you probably see Dark Monita a couple times.
I think I've come across that a couple times, a couple times.
Yeah. I honestly didn't really care for either. I think they were kind of dumb. Monita just felt like a series that felt like a lot more just like passive aggressive with me. I don't know. It's just something about her voice. So let's just go over all the little mini games. So I already went over Mario Chase. Ninja Castle, from what I've remembered about this, you play as this guy and you got like a ninja, you got ninja stars, and your goal is to swipe up, you have to hold the gamepad on its side and you're swiping, and your main goal is to hit the ninjas and all the other objects on the screen, on your TV screen, using the gamepad, obviously, to, flick the ninja stars and hit them. Luigi's Ghost Mansion, one player plays as a ghost. Up to 3 people can play as Ghostbusters. Their job is to flash their light at the ghost until its health reaches 0. If the ghost manages to drain out everyone's power, then they lose, essentially. F-Zero Twister Race is a very challenging racer game that I could never beat. I could get up to, I think it was I don't know what level exactly, but I remember struggling after a certain point. I could never get past. Animal Crossing Sweet Day, kind of like Mario Chase, except one person controls 2 people, and everyone else has to try to run around filling plates up with candy. Blue Trip Breeze, as we mentioned, you had to blow on the gamepad, trying to maneuver around spikes and other obstacles. Legend of Zelda Battle Quest was a solo or a multiplayer Legend of Zelda game where you would fight different bad guys in the game. I'm pretty sure if the person in the gamepad dies, everyone dies, but I'm not too sure. Yoshi's Fruit Cart, you can see where the fruits are on the TV, but you can't on the gamepad, and your goal is to try to guess on the gamepad where they are on the screen and draw a line to a finishing point. Once you do that, then Yoshi will go around your line. If he gets them and goes to the finishing point, you win. Octopus Dance was a rhythm game where you move your joysticks, to the left or right, depending on what the AI besides you does. I don't know if this was multiplayer though. And finally, DK's Crash Course. You have to maneuver around a crash course as a very fragile mobile vehicle, and your goal is, not to crash, essentially. So, we went over that. Did you ever play any of those, or did you only play those 2 or 3?
I think I've played DK's Crash Course, and I definitely played the Yoshi one.
Yeah, the Yoshi one I liked. It was also really easy. That was the easiest game in the whole lineup. Pretty sure that it was made for younger audiences, considering the color scheme they used for it and everything. Probably makes more sense for it to be for younger audiences. And the last thing I really want to talk about for this before talk about anything personal with it is the attraction tour. So the attraction tour is set up like a tournament. You'll play multiple types of attractions, and your main goal is to win them. The winner gets 3 points, and you get 3 points if you get the highest score in the game. If someone loses, goes out, they can vote on who they think is going to win. If they get that right, they get 2 points, and at the end of it, you can select how many rounds you play, and whoever has the most points after that wins. So yeah, do you ever remember playing Attraction Tour with your family or something?
No friends.
You have no friends? Really? What about me?
No, I had no.
Oh my lord. Jesus.
0.
No, not even
the time that I played that.
Oh, I was about to say, what about me? Okay, so I remember playing Attraction Tour maybe 1 or 2 times. I was never I was never fond of it, but it was an interesting idea. I remember playing one time with my family. My dad won. He destroyed my sister. But like I said, my favorites were Mario Chase, Luigi's Ghost Mansion, and Legend of Zelda Battle Quest. I also played F-Zero Twister race a lot. Balloon Trip I played a couple times here and there. And I remember playing, I want to say I played the Ninja Castle a lot at one point, but I stopped playing that for whatever reason. Maybe I just didn't really seek my interest. Reason why I like Legend of Zelda Battle Quest so much, and I'm making this as a guess, is because I really liked Wii Sports Resort's sword fight game, and that was basically just Legend of Zelda Battle Quest, so it kind of makes sense. Cool thing about it, though, around the time they were, getting, Nintendo Land on the shelves, Nintendo was also releasing characterized Wii remotes, so like a Luigi remote, Mario remote, Bowser remote, Peach remote, Toad remote, and I remember having a Yoshi remote, and I want to get that. I also want to get the Bowser remote because it looks cool, and I like Bowser. Bowser's my favorite Nintendo character, but I had the Yoshi Wii remote, and that was a really cool one. I remember playing a lot of Wii Sports Resort with it. Did you ever have those kind of Wii remotes, or did you just have the normal plain ones?
Uh, it wasn't like an actual Wii remote. Like it wasn't like the stick, but it was like a kind of what like a Pro Controller looks like, and it was Yoshi themed.
So it's was it like a GameCube one or what?
It was kind of like how Pro Controllers look today.
Oh,
I might be able to find it, but
all right. So the last thing I want to talk about for Nintendo Land is personal experiences. Now, I had this friend we'll call Marcus. Marcus isn't his real name, by the way. And he had a Wii U just like we did. This was like when Wii U's were popular. And he had Nintendo Land. And that's how I think we had it. No, yeah, I definitely bought it after I played it at his house. So we played it at his house. It was really fun. We played Mario Chase. That's probably why it's my favorite, because it's the one I have the most memories with. I always bugged my siblings to play it with me because I loved it that much. But anyways, we'd go over to his house a lot, and he had like a really cool house. He had like I think it was a new 3DS XL Red, maybe. He had Smash Bros. For the Wii U. I remember one time, that was when I first realized, like, oh, you can link up your 3DS with Smash Bros. For the Wii U, which I thought was really cool. Something else, by the way, I'm glad that Nintendo has some representation for the Wii U and the 3DS still, even though they hate the Wii U and they canceled 3DS like a while back. Nintendo Switch allows you to have 3DS and Wii U friends, so that's pretty cool. But anyways, got a little off topic there. And I remember playing Nintendo, like Nintendo Land with him. We played Mario Chase together. He was older than us, and he was still pretty chill. Sadly, I don't talk to him, but he's a pretty cool guy. He had a YouTube channel. I can't find it though. I try to like every now and then, but I still can't find it. So I guess he like deleted it or something, which is a shame. But hey, stuff happens, I guess. Hey, I just want to make this a little bit. I really didn't like the original ending we have for this episode, so I just want to say thank you for watching. If you like this, make sure to like the video, subscribe if you want to, comment down any ideas you have next. After this, there's like a part which is going to be the original ending, which was just like us kind of going on about some stuff, random things. Sorry for my friend's mic being so low. I will fix that in the next episode. Hopefully that'll be better in the future and I can tinker with it a little. But yeah, until then, have a good day, I guess. Goodbye. Really the only personal experiences you have? Like, tell me like times you played it or something, I don't know.
One time I played it when I was feeling bad about myself and I felt good about myself.
You have a really sad life, don't you?
No, just through elementary school.
Elementary school. You had no friends during elementary? Everyone was everyone's friend in elementary. There was like no one who had beef in elementary. That's sad. Like, that's an. Why? What did you do? Because no reason. No one just actively hates people in elementary. People don't do that. Okay, elementary is where everyone loves each other. They get buddy. Okay, that's when dudes don't. What false rumors?
I'm not gonna go into any of these.
Tell me now. Tell me now. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna cut this part out because that was bullshit. Anyways, I hope you guys like this episode of the podcast. Again, Venature Podcast. I'm your host, Venature, and this is my co-host, Keon, and this is it. Goodbye.